Afternoon, everybody. It's Lorraine Alternative Homesteading on September 2nd, 2024. It's Labor Day, and I don't know what people do on Labor Day, but labor. That's what most people do. No, actually, what they usually do is they have barbecues and things like that. Get together with family and friends. But here in rural Kentucky, the criminals have been driving back and forth since this morning, revving up their engines and stuff like that. But I want to show you, it's a miracle. The one group of people that are not laboring today are the people that spray the skies. So I'm going to show you what the sky looks like when it's not being sprayed. And it's absolutely beautiful. Let me show you. So you can see how nice and blue it is. Look at it. We got birds in the sky flying around. Actually, those are they're predators. They're looking to steal like a chicken or, a hen, a rooster, a small animal. They circle around, sort of like the way the perps do. They're predators. But these are the natural predators. They have to eat. Look at them. I don't know if you can see them up there. They're circling around and around in the field. Hopefully they're going to find a mouse or I call them ground rats. Most people call them groundhogs, but they don't look like a hog. They look like a rat. They look like a big, fat rat. And here's the guineas. And say hi. Say hi, everybody. Say, we just eating some bugs. We're just eating bugs here. And I'll show you what it looks like here. It's very pretty. And I want to tell you about a phenomenon that I noticed for the first time last night. Now, either it's because they're all in on a club and all in on a psyop or all in on doing something, and I'll tell you what the something is, but I'm not in on it. Nobody told me about it. So, I've mentioned before that when I moved here, there were no security lights anywhere around here. But after I moved down here, one popped up in that empty house right there. And then one popped up there, my neighbor's house. So you'd have the both of them there. So two there, that creates like a triangle that comes to the back of my house, the back of my window. And you could see it. As soon as you open up my back window, you could see that light. But look at how pretty it is in the sky today. But anyway, last night, I noticed something really unusual. Like, my neighbor diagonally across the street, she always has lights on. And plus there's the big light that, you pay for, like a security light. And it's very bright. It's extremely bright. And it stays on all night long. It's not like a motion sensor light. It's like a street light. Like in New Jersey, there are street lights everywhere that are paid for by the town with your tax dollars. But here, in order to get a street light, you need to erect it and pay for it yourself on a monthly basis. And over many years, it's quite expensive. It's about $35 or more per month. And over, 12 months a year, every year, it's a lot of money. So I'd rather have my motion sensor lights that I pay for once and that are fueled by the sun. But of course the criminals take them down. I digress. But anyway, I noticed last night, because I went out to close everything up, and I got to take out my trash really late. Like, it was pitch black when I took out my trash, and I had to take my spotlight, my flashlight, my spotlight. I had to take my flashlight with me because it was so dark. And I wasn't sure if they were going to pick up trash today. I never know. I never know when they're going to pick up trash. I don't know what the holiday schedule is or whatever, but I put it out just in case, and it's no big deal. It's not raining or anything. If the trash didn't get picked up, it doesn't get picked up until tomorrow. But anyway, I took my trash out to the county road, and I looked down at my neighbor, and there were no lights on. Zero. Not a porch light, not an upstairs light, not a light, nothing. So I walk back home and I come out to close this gate here. I wasn't sure if I was going to burn trash last night. I just didn't feel like it. It was a little breezy. I said, nah, I don't feel like it. It was too dewy. Very, very dewy and wet. But I walk out here and there are 0 lights. None. No lights at my neighbor's house. No lights. No lights. Like, it was totally black. And we didn't have a blackout or anything like that. It's not like we had electricity. So it wasn't as if we lost electricity. It's like everybody in the neighborhood turned off their lights. So either it is something that's been disseminated through all the neighbors to turn off their lights, or if, and there's a memo that I haven't received. Maybe it's a psyop, but none of the lights were on. Usually there are lights that are on there. Again, there's the big security light. Then there are their porch lights that are usually on all the time. Porch lights. And then I see a vehicle there. And you can always see like 2 red lights towards my property. But there was nothing last night. 0. It was total blackness. The only light you saw was when I was walking around on my property, and a motion sensor light kicked on. So what do you think that was about, guys? And then I've always thought, with everything that's going on in the world today and living in a rural area, it's not wise to have a lot of lights on. Anybody that's scouting for a place, it's a lot harder to see that anybody lives anywhere if there are no lights. I mean, it literally is pitch black here. And again, there are no street lights. So if anybody were to maneuver around, this area at night, they would get totally lost. I get lost. I'm living here. But what do you think that was? Do you think that was a psychological operation? Do you think that they received a memo about turning off their lights for some other unknown reason? What do you think that is? I'm going to see if it happens tonight too. I mean, it shouldn't have had anything to do with a holiday, Labor Day. Labor Day is not like Memorial Day or Veterans Day or like a special holiday where you revere, the people that fought for this country. It's just Labor Day. So what do you think that was? I'm looking forward to checking it out tonight and seeing what happens. But it's quite nice here. So the one thing I really do like about my property is it could be hotter than hell, like walking in the middle of my property. And then I come back here, where the second chicken coop is, and it is so breezy and cool. Like the temperature drops like 20 degrees. It's so lovely here. And this is why the chickens love to hang out here. Like you could see them, they're all like preening themselves back in there. And there's one under there. She's under there because the rooster keeps harassing her and she feels safer under there. But as I'm walking here, there are chicory nuts like dropping like flies from these trees. They're everywhere. Let me show you what it looks like. I picked up most of them that were around here because when I walk, if I step on one, literally you can flop over because they're so hard and round. I'll show you what they look like. They're yellow. Here. This is what they look like. And then you could see, like, probably my birds were eating it. And then what happens is it dries out and it looks like this. And then they'll open it up. You see these quarters here? It will, the nut, the outer shell will crack along these lines. Like I'm actually feeling it with my finger. And then inside here, there's a delicious nut for them. Oh, here it is. Here. So you can see here that somebody ate the outside of it, and they're trying to get to the nut inside here. Oh, here, look. Let's see. Oh, they ate that nut already. It almost looks like a walnut. But my chickens like to eat them too. I didn't realize it until this year. Or maybe like the years prior, they weren't interested. You could see where it's going to fall apart. Oh, see? Look. And there's the nut right in here. So they're going to eat that. That's what it looks like. But anyway, hope everybody's doing well on this little nature walk with the hickory nuts. I will put out another video later today, something more informative. But I hope everybody's doing well. And thank you, everybody, for sharing the videos that I've posted. And I posted a video I copied from Weeping Willow with her permission. She's got a lot of good videos there. And you can go over to her channel and see some of the older videos. She does... she's reported a lot on Morgellons and, you know, these energy things. Okay, we'll just call them the energy things. So we need to get the message out there and share, you know, feel inclined to do so. Hit the thumbs up. And for the people who have been asking me, no, I haven't sold my property yet. Because, you know, the criminals are doing everything inhumanly possible to sabotage not only the appearance of the property, but I guarantee the slander blacklist campaign is going on. Just the way they did at 52 Sutton Drive in Manalapan, New Jersey, in a home I lived in for 30 years as original owner. It literally took 3 years to sell that gorgeous house and property. I didn't know that it was blacklisted until I hired my last real estate agent who was ethical. And she placed on speakerphone one of the corrupt real estate agents who was yelling at my agent that you're not allowed to sell that house for more than $500,000. So my real estate agent said, you know, could you repeat that? She put her on speakerphone. And she said, no, you know, that house, you can't sell that house for more than $500,000. That's what I've been told here, too, by the way. So they've got like a cap on what they think that my house should sell for. So when I spoke to that realtor on the phone, she immediately hung up on me. So she was a participant in the blacklisting of my house, and several other real estate agents who had listed my house and partook in the blacklisting of my house. There were definitely people that were interested in my house that they turned away, that they lied to about my house. Well, that's why I listed my house for sale by owner. And I've been sharing my listing with people that I know personally. So I know it's a little bit more than what some people can afford, but we're talking about more than 64 acres of land with multiple buildings, a well, a stream. I newly cleaned out the septic, which, you know, you're supposed to do every 3, 4, 5 years. I just did it. Nobody has to do that now for another 3, 4, or 5 years. And I installed the driveway, I installed the septic, I installed the motion lights. I moved these buildings here. And regardless of the vandalism of what they're doing here, it's a lot of acreage that somebody would love to have. And I was listening to I Allegedly today. He pretty much said the same thing. That a lot of these huge mansion houses that most people really want, they can't even unload them. They can't get rid of them. But people are going to be valuing land more in the future. The prices of land are going to increase, where the prices of these big homes are going to decrease. So I'm going to hit the thumbs up on that the land is going to become more valuable over time, regardless of what these criminals do. But what's the matter? What's the matter? Are you all alone? This is Nippers. Nippers is a rooster. Okay. So I'm going to sign off for now. I hope everybody's doing well. Happy Labor Day. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're resting. I hope you're catching up on rest. I hope you're eating some good food. I hope the perps are leaving you alone today. You know, they actually have families and stuff that they have to do too. And besides the fact that nobody's spraying the skies today. Nobody's doing it. Look at this. Is that gorgeous? It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. But anyway, I'm going to sign off for now. Talk to you soon. Love you all.